morning, guys, and happy Monday. Today we have two houses that we're going to be working. One of the houses is in Spring Hill, and then the other house is in Newport Richey. So we're going to head to Spring Hill first. We're going to get them started, make sure that they're good for a little while, and then we'll head to Newport Richey, bring them what they need. Is anybody else like this? If you get a new phone, or not a new phone, if you get a new case and a new screen protector, it feels like you got a new phone. Like I've got a new screen protector this weekend and a new phone case, and it just feels like I have a brand new phone. I need some angle flashing, and I don't have any. It sucks. Flashing. One of the crews asked for 6 sticks of L flashing. Good the news is Home Depot is literally across the street. So I'm gonna run into Home Depot really quick, grab these 6 L flashing. I have the rest of the wood all the crews asked for. Spring Hill asked for 6 plywood, and then the Newport Richey house asked for 5 plywood, 6 L flashing, 50 feet of 2x4, and 50 feet of 1x12. I just brought them the wood here at the Newport Richie house. They asked for additional wood, so they need another 70 feet of 1x12, and then they need another, I think he said 60 feet of 2x4 and 2 more L flashing. So we're gonna go ahead and go get that. This house is like an older house, so it has some areas where obviously the decking is 1x12, but there's some areas where there's not even fascia installed. So like if you step on it, the 1x12 is like fully dipping down under your like pressure. So we need to put something in there. It can't stay like that. That's how it was built, but it can't stay like that. We're gonna put something in there so that it can support it when you stand on it. So that's why this house kind of needs a decent amount of wood. Dumpster fire. There's a lot of it that I just haven't been able to film for you guys. So the job in Newport Richie, obviously you could tell it needed a lot of wood. A major problem that we also ran into is the chimney. I will put some pictures on screen now if I can to kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. So the issue with the chimney is it's pretty much rotten out. It's a stone chimney with mortar in between the stones. The issue that we're running into is that we ran into originally, is the flashing that's on the bottom of the chimney that goes underneath the stone and then onto the roof. That flashing is either completely rusted out or just non-existent. In the corners, they just had a mesh, so it wasn't even flashed whatsoever. All the plywood around the chimney was rotten and needed to be replaced. So we gave the option to the homeowner of either of cutting the stone on the bottom edge to install the flashing correctly up against the plywood of the chimney. That way they could have the stone either redone, or if they wanted to change the chimney to stucco down the line, that's an option. It already has the flashing, touching the plywood, so it's not sticking off. The other option would have been to install the flashing on the outside of the stone and counter flash it. There's nothing even left to even nail onto, even if we attempted to install the flashing and keep it moving, there's nothing to even nail onto. It's just non-existent in that area. So either the chimney needed to be completely rebuilt from square one, remove all the stone, reframe the entire chimney. We could either T111 the outside, or we could, plywood it in. The problem with that is, for us to demo the chimney, rebuild and all of that, it's quite a bit of work, it's quite a bit of time, and it's quite a bit of materials. The chimney goes all the way down to the ground, so it's not in the middle of the roof, it's on the side of the house. And it's run all the way down, like literally all the way to the ground. So the entire thing would have to be demoed and rebuilt. And like I said, it's just a lot of work, and it's a lot more than that homeowner was expecting, given the rest of the wood that's required for the job to be completed. So that's not the route we're going. In the end, after going back and forth, homeowner, pricing, everything, we're gonna just completely remove the chimney. So we're gonna remove all the stone, all the framing above the roof line, and we're gonna close it off, put the fascia on the outside, fully remove that chimney from the roof up. The chimney that's on the side of the house will still be there, but roof up will be completely removed. as well as all the chimney piping, chimney inside the house. It'll all still be there. Just like I said, just the roof side of it will be removed. So that's the route we ended up going in that instance. And this has been pretty much majority of my day since I was last there and brought them last load of wood. It's pretty much what I've been going back and forth with the crew, the salesman, the homeowner, the whole 9 yards, everybody. Currently, I'm on my way back to the Newport Richie house. Like I said, we made that decision to close off the chimney, so they're going to plywood over. They have enough wood for that, which is great. Don't have to get them more wood. But the other issue we've now run into, there's a flat roof on the house. And we've run into this issue in the past. I'm not sure, it's got to be coming from the actual, like, Owens Corning, or not, it's not Owens Corning, it's Certainty, technically, that does the modified that we order. We order Tri-Built, which is Beacon, or QXO's, like, their kind of name brand, which is manufactured by Certainty. The color we've had delivered, it's called Heather Blend. The issue that we have run into, and we ran into it in the past on one other house, is that the outside plastic of the roll says that it's Heather Blend, but when you open up the roll, it's Weatherwood, which is, so Heather Blend is more of like browns with like a little bit of a darker brown in it, kind of some reds in there, and then Weatherwood is more of, it has some browns in it, but it's got more grays and it's more like neutral tones. So it's more like ends up being more like a gray color with like a little bit of brown in it, but they're completely different. If I can find a picture, I will post it on screen of this flat roof that we're currently doing and the issue we ran into. So with that being said, the guys installed, of course, it's always how it goes, the guys installed 2 rolls of the modified already, and they are the 2 that are the wrong color. There's 5 rolls that were ordered for this house. All 5 should have been Heather Blend because it's only 1 flat roof. And the material that got delivered is 3 rolls. Well, they all say Heather Blend on the outside label of the roll. So they're all labeled Heather Blend, but 3 of them are actually Heather Blend and 2 of them are Weatherwood. So the 2 that are Weatherwood have been installed. The guys are removing them right now, or have already removed them. And I have 2 replacement rolls of Heather Blend in my truck to take to them. Are you eating some ice cream with your mommy? Oh, I love mom. I hear someone digging around in the closet. What does she do? There she is. What were you doing in there? What were you doing? This is our new favorite activity. Watch your finger. Watch your finger. Watch your finger. Okay, open. Say open. Open. Close. Watch your fingers. Thank you. Yeah, it's getting nasty out. This is Florida in a nutshell. I don't know if you'll be able to tell because the sun is right there. But it is bright and sunny over there, and then flip, dark and gloomy. Trying to get this meat done and grilled before the rain comes. You can see the water. It's hard to tell. Let me get it. You kind of see there's now sitting water right here in this corner. So what I do is I'll get like the, I don't even know, the square shovel, and I'll just come in here and scoop it up and dump it over the side because I just don't want it sitting in this area. Good morning, guys. It is now the next day. I forgot to wrap up yesterday's video. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like rating, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.